morning. It's around 8 o'clock. I'm ready to go. So I didn't leave as early as I wanted to. I was planning on leaving here at around 6:30-ish. I was gonna head up on one of the bases of one of these mountains, and I was gonna watch the sunrise. But then when I looked at my weather app, it kept saying that it was mostly cloudy or that it was completely cloudy. But I should have known better. It's Colorado. It changes up so much up here when you go through the forecast. It's not honest. It doesn't know what the heck is going on. I should have known that. But nonetheless, got some awesome things going on today. Our destination is around 50 minutes. But I'm gonna stop, get a little bit of gas, get some breakfast. I got my battery packs with my camera. I got 3 batteries, and I even got my battery charger in case I need a charger while I'm even out there. I got a portable charger with me as well. I can just hook that bad boy up, and I can start charging the batteries as well. I'm gonna be recording mainly with my phone while I'm out there. But this morning I'll be using my DSLR a little bit more before I head out there. But yeah, we got some cool things going on today. I can't wait for you to see it. Here I am in Mueller State Park. I was supposed to go to a reservoir, but before I got to the gate, it was closed. So here I am out in Mueller State Park. This is a really beautiful spot, honestly. Big area to travel. Gorgeous scenery. And then you can see the Collegiate Mountain Range on the west. You might be able to see the other ones over there toward, I think, northwest. But yeah, this is an awesome spot so far. I got 2 locations I want to go to. It's a road. There's a trail up here. I know yesterday I talked about I don't like trails, but apparently these trails have a really high view of everything out here. So I'm gonna check them out, but I'm also gonna do some off-trail stuff. I'm gonna go through the woods, and then if I go further up, gotta go on a road, and then on I think probably about 3/10 of a mile after that, and then it's a whole 360 overlook of the whole region. So I'm gonna go check that out. All right, so I just finished taking pictures of all the mountain ranges out in the west, and then they got these huge binoculars right here, the little stationary ones. I use that, and man, I can see the clouds through the summits of the ranges. It's absolutely gorgeous. I wish I had my telephoto lens. I did have one at one point, but it got damaged when I went out to Sand Dunes National Park. On a very windy day, and I got a bunch of sand inside of my lens. I can never get it out. I tried breaking it down. I never broke down a lens before, and it's so many little screws and bolts inside of it. I lost so many pieces, so I just threw it away and then hoped that I would get one again in the future. But man, I wish I had one, so I can definitely get some photos of that, because that's just stunning. That's gorgeous, and I would love to get a photo of that, but man, I guess today ain't the day. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be scouting the area a bit. I never just go to a spot and start taking photos. I always scout it out. I like to embrace the nature first. I like to get comfortable with it, and then I'll go take some shots of it. And I have a little ear band. That's what I call it, because it's stinking cold right now. Well, it's not that cold. It's really chilly winds. You can tell the elevation here is a bit different. Let me see actually what the elevation is. So the elevation right here is almost 10,000 feet, so we're at 9,600 feet, and it definitely feels like it for sure. I noticed that if I'm in the lowlands and it's cold, I usually feel pretty good. But every time I'm in higher elevation and it's somewhere in the 40s, it always feels a lot colder for some reason. I don't know. But nonetheless, I got some hiking to do. All right, so I made it to the trailhead. It was only like less than a quarter mile away from the visitor center that I just left. It's right down this hill, right past that sign. So just keep going straight, and eventually gonna give you an overlook. So here's just a map. What I got, what the ranger helped me out with. So right here, like I said, visitor center is right here. Trailhead's here. We get to the end just like that. I'm not necessarily going to follow the trail the whole way. It's going to be my guide for a general direction, and a little bit of off-trailing from there as well. I see there's also some ponds over there. I'm pretty sure they got frozen ponds because it's cold. It's cold out here a lot. So I might go down there and check that one out. Yeah, so just the trail is just going to be a guide for me. It's like less than a mile trail. It's super easy. But yeah, that's the plan right now. So let's get to it. So I got a point of interest is just beyond that pine tree, spruce tree, fir tree, whatever it is, man. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between all three of them. But beyond that, there's a field of aspen trees over there, and I definitely want to get a shot of that. So this was the aspen trees I was talking about. See, there's a whole field of them, and I could definitely get a beautiful shot out of these. That's easy money. Well, I got to my destination. I think you might like the view. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head out west, and then I'm gonna go back this direction. I'm not gonna take the trailway. I'm gonna go a little off trail for most of the part to see what else I can get. There are some really cool spots along the trail. I might hit up, but for the most part, I'm gonna stay off the trail as much as I possibly can. So just for reference, I'm right here, and I gotta get the gear pond. It's not too far, right off the trail. I don't know about that pond, man. I got a lot ahead of me. Look at that. Should I get down to the bottom? I don't know. I don't even know anyone to encourage me or discourage me, except for me. Why not? Let's go for it. I'm gonna take a different route. There's, oh man, I'm out of breath. This descent is ridiculous. So right down there, I'm gonna see if I can go up there. It's not as steep as the way that I took. The way that I took is up here, but it's not showing everything because it's obscured. But I guarantee you go past this rock, you realize it only gets harder after that. So I'm gonna go down this way. The wind is howling out here. It's blowing chilly wind. But yeah, I came down here for a daggone pond. Just a pond, not a lake, just a pond. But I don't know where it is. And I don't want to go all the way down and it's not there. And then have to take a treacherous journey back up. Cause I still got a place to go. I still have somewhere to go in this park. Here on out, I'm probably just gonna head down east when I get off this ridge. But yeah, that was pretty tough. That was the steepest I ever climbed. I was bear crawling up the hill. I still didn't get enough photos as I should, as I wanted to, but it's all part of the journey, like I said. All right, now that I scouted the area, now it's time to actually take some photos like I was supposed to do. So I was trying different angles with using this tree stump to kind of build a line toward the mountains here. So I was using this stump, right? Not the stump, I'm sorry. Just using the trees. See how it just lines? I hope I'm pointing in the right direction. Just lines up and it goes up straight to the mountains. I was trying to do that. I don't know if it turned out right. Definitely something I had to try out. All right, so I'm gonna be heading to the next spot now. It's probably about maybe a couple miles north. Right before the gate. The gate's closed, but the park ranger said I can walk. I'll walk on the street to get to the trail. But yeah, I'm headed there right now. All right, walking on the street right now, on the road that gets to the Overlook Trail. I think it's called Grouse Trail. Just spoke with another hiker. She was an older woman who had just come up here, prior military as well, and she told me it's probably about half a mile street, and then from there, I believe the trail itself is about a half a mile as well. So we're gonna hit that up. Here's where it is. All right, obviously I'm right here. Gotta go up north, down back west, and down south. It's showing the elevation right here, 9,800 feet. I hope I don't have any issues breathing up there. Usually around 10,000, I really start feeling. So apparently it wouldn't be wise for me to go off trail on this one because it apparently has a lot of designated hunting areas. I don't even know if the other one I was at did, because I definitely went off trail. I guess I'll just have to stay close to the trails today and go somewhere else if I really want to do something. Definitely a pretty spot. I like this spot better than the last one. I just heard something over there. Just gonna wait to see if anything pops out the tree line. I'm not sure. No, I think we're good. So I was able to scout a little bit on the edges of the trail, but I'm gonna get to that, but I just want to appreciate the scenery. I know you can't see it too good because of the camera, but man, all that is mountain ranges. All Snow Peak mountain ranges. So I'm gonna get a shot of the summit over here. So I'm just gonna take a couple of general shots, and then from there I'm starting to get a little more creative. Use the short grass as foreground and use the rocks as foreground. Just create more interest, just create more depth in the photo. I'm no expert, I'm no professional. I'm amateur at best. I'm learning as I go. But right now, that's what I'm gonna start off with. I usually use my viewfinder. I usually use that, but for some reason recently, I'm not able to see what is actually focusing on when I actually manually focus on my subject. So I actually been using the screen. I usually don't like using it, but because my viewfinder doesn't have enough clarity to actually for me to see what it's focused on, I've been having to use the screen in the meantime.
I feel like an idiot, y'all. This is a learning experience for me. Oh my gosh. But I want to admit it because I'm flawed. I don't want to act like I do everything right. The reason why my viewfinder wasn't clear is because it's all the way down. It was in the wrong direction. And I never touched this. I never touched it. So it's possible that when my stepson Mark was using it, he probably toggled it and I didn't even notice it because I never touched this. I never touched this toggle right here. Alright, so I'm gonna move over to these rocks. Now I'm gonna get a shot of this wide view. Now, actually, most of the photos I take, I usually don't post them really wide. I'll just crop a photo of everything that's wide, like a wide angle like this. I'll just crop it to a specific spot because it's a lot to look at and it doesn't make it any easier. You know what I mean? So I just do that just to make things easier on the eyes. Alright, so I'm gonna cut being up here short. This is almost 10,000 feet above sea level, and it's freezing right now. The wind is blowing, it's howling.
So after I left the overlook, I went to go take some more photos of the area. I stayed on the trail. I had headed right to my truck. That's the conclusion of this vlog. I really enjoyed making it. It was my first one this whole week. It was a really good test run for me. I was able to see how I want to do everything, and I was able to see how I don't want to do everything. But nonetheless, it was a great experience. So next, on the next vlog that I'm gonna have, I'm gonna start actually posting my photos up there, because for this one I didn't do that. It takes me forever to edit this stuff because I'm pretty new to it. For the next nature photography vlog, I'm gonna start putting the photos up there that I'm taking, that I did take at the time. And I'm gonna do a review on if it was where I had intended it or if it wasn't. And then at the end of my vlog, just kind of do an overall review of what the experience was like. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna start refining my stuff more and more as time goes. I start getting better as I start to see, okay, maybe I want to do a little bit of this, maybe I want to do a little bit of that. So there's going to be newer effects, newer things that I'm going to keep adding on to my content. But beyond that, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, you're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this type of content. And beyond that, I hope to see you guys again.